So I'm assuming that at least you heard about the Apache Kafka. So if not, then in today's session, I'll explain it. So first of all, Apache Kafka is written in Scala and Java language. Basically, the Apache Kafka is data pipeline tool, and it is open source project developed by the LinkedIn in 2011. And since 2011, it comes into the market as an open source data pipeline tool, or we can say that the distributed streaming platform. And since that, it has evolved and established as a very popular tool for building the real data pipelines. So here, I would like to ask a question to everyone that what is data pipeline, if anybody knows? What is data pipeline? Okay. So we need to understand about the data pipeline, right? So in real time scenario, we have different system or services or application which will be communicating with the each other, and the data pipeline are the ones which establish connection between those applications. So as you can see in the picture, there is one chat server, there is one database server. The chat server sends the message to the database server where it's stored, and we can have different type of server as well instead of the chat server or database server. It could be like our web server, it could be like our application server, or we can say that the FTP server. So this is the data pipeline. Let's come to the next topic, and here I have mentioned that the agenda of this session. So first of all, as I have explained what is Apache Kafka, and I'll explain it later in why we need the Apache Kafka, what is the component of it, and how all the components are working. And after that, I'll explain you and show you how to install the Apache Kafka, and will give you the demo for the console producer and console applications, right? So with the help of the documentation, if we talk, yes, with the help of the documentation, it says that it's a distributed streaming platform. So what exactly distributed streaming platform? I'll show you here, which is a type of the enterprise messaging system. Now the question has arisen that what is the enterprise messaging system? So enterprise messaging system is this kind of typical system, like where one is producer and one is consumer, and there is a broker in between those who transmit the information from the producer to the consumer. Now what is producer? The producer who produce the information or who generates the data is producer. And what is consumer? The consumer is receiving or something as a recipient to receive those data. Means in real time scenario, you can say that if you are sending a message to someone, then there should be a consumer always or recipient always who will receive those message, and between those we are having a broker. The best example I can give you for the typical messaging system is like YouTube. I will explain you later in the YouTube what is it. So what was the earlier scenario when the Kafka or Kafka type of software was not introduced? So where what I'm having so many source systems and I'm having so many destination systems, where with the help of the data pipeline which can connect to each other. Means if I want to send the information from the source system to the destination system, or if I'm getting the information from the multiple source system. So this kind of messy system was using before the Kafka was, or Kafka type of software was not introduced, right? So if you are working in a growing company, and if you are having the daily task or heavy task, so the day by day the source system will increase, and the day by day the destination system will increase. So your system will like become very messy to look, and it is also very difficult to recover if any pipeline or something got damaged in the system. So if you can see this example, or if you can see this image, it is not necessary to say that we cannot maintain and we cannot manage if we are having this kind of pipeline communication to the source, to the destinations, right? So here comes the idea about the Apache Kafka, and it's important, where each of the source systems sends the information to a broker kind of thing, like here Apache Kafka, and after that so many systems or so many destination system will get the information whenever the information or data will needed. So we can say the Apache Kafka is a software which stores the data collected from the systems or from the source systems, right? So this is all about the structure and the importance of the Apache Kafka. So the session actually covered a very basic thing of Apache Kafka, where I have explained the Apache Kafka and the use of the Apache Kafka. In the next slide, what I have written here, the components of the Apache Kafka, where we can use producer, what is consumer, what is broker, and what is message. I have explained one by one in the next slides. Okay, till that time, anyone have any question, or all are with me, right?
Yes, Nikhil, we are good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So if we talk about the producer, then who is producer? So producer is an application which generates some information and which sent to the Kafka, right? And what is Kafka, or what is broker? Like Kafka is acting like a broker. So broker is just a meaningful name of the Apache Kafka server, because it is it is acting like a broker. It is working as a agent to collect the data from the producer and to give someone. So broker is responsible to receive and storing the information that producers are generated by the producer, right? So once producer produce message, they sends the message to the broker. And as I already explained, at the producer side, that could be any application, any server, or any services, right? And after that, the consumer, if producer produce some data or some send some messages, then it must be some the opposite direct. In the opposite side, there is some consumer who receives the message and to store them or whatever they want to do with the message. So producer generally generate message, consumer generally consumes the message and get the message from the broker, and broker is acting like a agent who get the message from the producer and send to the consumer whenever it's required or whenever the permission of the consumer to get the message, right? Now here I have mentioned there are few topics of the components, 5 to 7 topics of the component, which we need to understand if we are working with the Kafka. So what is message? Generally what happens here, producer generate some message or generate the information or generate the data. We can say anything, but in the Kafka language, it is just a message which could be small or in medium size, and it is a simple array of byte. For example, if I'm having a text file, as shown in the slide, if I'm having a text file and in the text file there is something, right, like producer, consumer, broker, and cluster something else. So if producer want to send this information to the Kafka, then Kafka will receive these information line by line. For each line it count as a message, and producer will send each line as acting as a message. So in the first message producer will send, in the second message consumer will send, and third message broker will send. So these this kind of way the Apache Kafka accepts the messages, right? And in the next slide I have mentioned that if you are working on the schema at the producer level, you are having an application and you are working in a schema. So what you do, you fire a query onto the schema and the database, and the database will give you the result in this kind of tabular format, right? So what and how producer will send this? Producer will send these information with by each row, means row by row we can say, right? First the producer and the description row will get inserted into the Kafka, and after that line by line, or we can say row by row, the Kafka will get these type of messages, right? So this is all about the message. So this is the message term we use, and we are using if we are talking about the Apache Kafka. So to be continued, if I'm again taking an example of the text file, then what happens here? Producer will send message to Kafka server as a message, and what consumer will do here? Consumer will continuously request to the Kafka server to get the information, to get the message. If as soon as the Kafka server will get the information, what consumer to consumer will request again and again. As soon as Kafka get the message, Kafka will send it to the consumer. Again, Kafka will request if there is any message to the Kafka server, then Kafka will again send this message to the consumer. So this cycle is running in this type. I hope I'm clear to all that how it is working.
So
Right.
Nikhil, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry for interrupt. There is a question in my mind that if
Yeah.
there are the multiple message produced by the producer, right?
Mhm.
At this moment, how the broker will work for multiple text or message?
Multiple text I did not get actually.
Actually, what happen if there are the multiple producer and produce the multiple message, right?
Mhm.
And there would be the multiple broker for each producer or not?
No, it is based on the requirements. If you are working with a huge amount of data, that it is necessary, because these Apache Kafka is very scalable and very distributed. So it
Okay,
is
okay.
not necessary that you are having the 10 producers and you should have the 10 consumers. That producer just produce the message and the consumer is just consume the message. Right.
So Kafka server also support the distributed things, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I am going to explain it in the next slide.
Okay,
So Nikhil, one more question.
Yeah.
Why Kafka server is not broadcasting the message? Why consumer has to request it? So as soon as Kafka like knows, like I have 10 consumer in my list. Okay. So as soon as he receives a new message from a producer, if he broadcasts that message to 10 particular consumer, then I think so that will be more efficient. Why it is not actually doing that?
Yeah, I am giving an example for that. Actually, what Kafka is here, that I don't know why it is working like that, but it's a best example of Kafka that you operates the YouTube, right? And YouTube is having so many channels, right? So whichever the channels you have subscribed, what happens? You will get notified whenever the channel owner will upload the new video. So here the behind of that, the Kafka was working, means there are so many consumers, but and there are so many producer, but if you are a consumer, you want that particular data, then why you will get the other data? Means
Yes.
it can work like a distributed or broadcast typing, but if you just subscribe those messages, then only you will get. Otherwise, the Kafka will not distribute your message. It will just store in it.
Yes.
Right. Right answer. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
So I hope I'm clear till now. So can we move ahead, or any other question here? I guess no.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next is the cluster. So anyone can tell me what is cluster if they have any idea about it? It's a simple, I guess it's common. Okay.
Group of something.
I think combinations of group of some
Group. Yeah.
less.
Yes, exactly. So cluster is nothing but it is a group of computer where all the computers or instances acting together for a common person, for a common purpose, right? Like there are one producer and one broker, it's enough. But what happens if there are n number of producer who produce message simultaneously and continuously sending to the Apache Kafka? So here comes the idea about the cluster, where so many brokers are there, and for the each computer there will be only one broker installed, which is acting as a broker, right? So all the brokers are working together to distribute the amount of the data, right? So that is why it is called as a distributed. But here is most of the scenarios coming that if suppose I am having a 3 broker, or I have created one cluster where I have 3 systems, and each system one broker is running, and if I'm sending or generating the information and sending it to the one broker, but what happens if the broker does not have the capacity to accept that amount of the data? So what happens here, I have to decide that what happened if the broker one does not have the amount of the space to store those information. I'll explain it later how it works, but that is all about the cluster which is Kafka is using, right? So let's
Yes.
move on the next slide, that is topic. So topic is very simple, like topic is a unique name of the Kafka stream. If you can see the screen, then there are 4 producers and one consumers for the global order. What I have done here is I have created a topic name that is called as global order in the Kafka server, and what producer 1, 2, 3 and 4 is doing, producer 1, 2, 3 and 4 is sending the message to that particular stream that is called as global order. And what consumer will do, consumer will request to the Kafka that I want to get the information which you receive from the global orders. So whatever in the global order will be transmitted to the consumer 1. So Rachit sir, here is the answer that if you are acting as a consumer 2 and you don't want the information of the order, so why you will get that? Means are you still interested to to get these information, or any other thing you are having in your mind?
No, like I was integrating this solution to particular organization. I was not relating it to social media channels. Like I was having like particular APIs. We do integration with APIs, right? So I was thinking around the lines that it's like a gateway, right? Where it is collecting information from multiple APIs and sending it to a particular subscriber. But I think so. It's more focus on social media channels, subscription-based model. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
No,
totally completely based on publish and subscriber.
Yes.
okay. Yes. Right. Nikhil, why don't you share one reference, because we have Salesforce guys, right? So probably if you show them, right, they will quickly get it. They can quickly relate it, right? So like, you have that particular link I have shared with you.
I have recently saw that the Salesforce is also using the streaming kind of APIs, and I have already opened it in here. that I am not very much about the code, but yes, I can say that there is a push topic function is there, and I have created push topic object, and with the object we can querying, and we are pushing this, and we are acting as a like producer which produce the information. There are someone who will get these information. So that is what I have recently just checked. So Salesforce is also using the Kafka kind of software, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they have a similar principles, right? Whether they are using Kafka or not, that's not sure. But
Yes,
yes, the underlying concept is same, correct? So if you can
yes,
see that, they are creating a topic, and the criteria is defined over there using a query, right? So whenever that criteria matches, right? So if any update, any CRUD operation happens on those particular fields, right? ID, name, status, and description, right? So our channel would be notified for that particular if they have subscribed it. So this
yes,
is something like channel can be anything, right? Like channel can be your web service waiting for something. So it all is depend on pushing things to the clients, right? So I think you can relate it probably. This is not the topic about Salesforce, but I suggested Nikhil to include this so that you can relate it.
yes, yes, yes. So in the next slide, I have covered about the partition. So what happens if you are working in, if you are having a single broker and you are having a topic. Topic is not nothing but just a stream, right? So there could be huge amount of data onto this single topic. So what happened with the broker? It may be possible that the broker could not have that much amount of the capacity to hold that information. So what Apache Kafka does, Apache Kafka is giving the facility to partition these topics and distribute it among to the clusters computer, which is working together, right? So in two or more partition, it can be done. But here are the um, challenge, or we can say that in how many partition it will create for a single topic. There may be huge amount of topic in the Apache Kafka as well, and there may be a short topic as well. So who decides that what or how many partition we have to create? Maybe possible that 100 partition is enough or 10 partition is enough. So the answer is means Apache Kafka does not decide that this many of partition have to be created. We have to decide it. Okay. Whenever we create a topic, so we have to decide that we have n number of partitions like 5, 10, 100,000 or 50,000, right? But we have that much amount of brokers, or we can say the system which is working together, right? So you have to decide and you have to calculate that how many partition you want before creating the topic. Means how many messages or information you will be sent to the Kafka, and how many peoples are there to consume that message. Based on that estimations, you have to partition your topic here, right? So these facts facility given by the Apache Kafka. I'm giving a demo for that, and I'll explain you how it works, right? The next slide is what about is offset. It is the second last topic of the session. The offset is nothing but the offset is a sequence ID given to the each message by the Kafka. Means Kafka, as long as receive the message, means the one line of code, or we can say that the array of byte, it gives a offset number. Like here, the Kafka has given 0 to M1 means message 1, 1 to M2, or 2 to M3, right? But these offset number cannot be changed. It is immutable, right? But in the partition itself, if you are having, you can have the multiple partition with the same offset number, but in the single partition, the message offset number cannot be change. So this kind of partition can be happened with Kafka, and this kind of offset number the Kafka is set so that the distributions can be happened. That is why it becomes very scalable, very distributed, and highly used, we can say, right? So I have created a slide here to show you that how to locate a message. Means if I am having an application acting as a producer, I have generated a message, and you want to locate a single message generated by me or generated by my application. So you should have the topic name, partition number, and offset. If you are having these three information, then you will definitely get the message which you want to locate, right? uh, in the last topic I have covered that what is consumer group. So you can easily say that what is consumer group. So consumer group is nothing but the group of the consumers who is working together to get to generate or to get the information very fastly, sorry, to process the information very fastly, right? So in the next slide I have covered that if you are a retail chain and if you are a data center, just forget about the things between here. Just you are having a retail chain and you are having a data center. In the retail chain there are some billing counters who generates the bill, and what you want, you just wanted to store those bill into the data centers. So what happened here, so you could use here the Apache Kafka, where you have to create the producer application at the source side, and you have to create a consumer side. Suppose here is only one consumer right now, right? And you are having a n number of producers, so which is sending the message onto the single topic. But you have learned Kafka very well, so you decided that I will create the cluster where I have used multiple machines. On a single machine there is one broker is running, but still you are having 1,000 number of producer, if we can imagine, so which is sending the message to a single topic, right? So there could be some delay happen to store the information to the data center. So what we can do here is we can create the consumers as per our requirements, right? So the producer are continuously sending the messages to a single topic, and we have partitioned that topic, we can say in 600 partition we have created, right? So if we are creating some consumer, or we can say 4 consumers, then how the partition will be distributed to the 4 consumers? But if as per my requirement I have created more consumers, or we can say that I have created 600 consumers here, so what will happen? So each consumer will process the each partition message and will process the message to store into the data center. So it becomes very scalable, or we can say that Apache Kafka transmits millions of the messages or records from the producer to the destination in the real time with the help of the scalability facility which it's provided, like can create the consumers group and can create the clusters. So I hope I have cleared about the means what is cluster, what is consumer, how it can be used. If anyone any questions here, then please ask.
So Nikhil sir, I have a doubt. So I would like to ask. Is Apache Kafka similar to Redis? Like, since you talked about the subscription and of the topic and that, so Redis also, I guess, supports PubSub, and Apache Kafka also supports PubSub, publishing and subscribing. So, like, do you have any idea about that?
I'm sorry, Devesh. Actually,
yeah.
I don't have about the Redis.
No issues. No issues.
Yeah,
Yes.
Devesh.
Yes,
see,
sir.
Basically, the concept behind is same. So
Yes,
Kafka
sir.
also uses the PubSub mechanism, and Redis is also uses the PubSub mechanism.
Yes,
So
sir.
for queuing purpose,
Mhm.
we are using both, but they have different use case. For example, so the technicality behind Redis is basically in memory data stores data in memory, right?
Yes, sir.
But the technical aspect for both Kafka and Redis are different, so the usability is different.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so this is more about streaming the data.
Okay. Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nikhil sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, Rahul sir. So this is the last topic of and the last component of the Apache Kafka. So our final thing is we can install the Apache Kafka onto the system, and after that we can create some producer. Sorry, we can create a producer, or we will create a consumer. And I am showing you the how to create producer and how to create consumer and how to send a message to Kafka broker, and how Kafka broker will transmit that message to the producer. Give me a minute, please.
Sure, Nikhil.
Commands to start the Kafka broker means Kafka server. There are some commands to create a producer. There are some command to send the message, and there are some command to generate or to create the consumer who receives the message. So basically what happens here, first of all, I will download the Kafka from the Kafka official website. Like from here, I can download the Apache Kafka. I have already downloaded it. This is the tar file which I have downloaded, means 2.12.0, and it is like 58 MB of file. I have downloaded it and I have extracted it into the my C drive. There are some folders are there like bin folder, configure folder, lib folders. Like bin folder contains some command line Kafka tools. Configuration folder is contains some configuration file, something kind of this, right? So what I will do first, I will start a Zookeeper. Now this is a new thing, that what is Zookeeper. So let me explain you. The Zookeeper is another open source project that came out from the Hadoop project. Zookeeper is another an open source project that came out with the Hadoop project, and it is used to provide some coordination services for the distributed system, right? So Kafka is generally a distributed system, so it uses the Zookeeper server, right? So before starting the Kafka broker or Kafka server, I have to start the Zookeeper server, and after that Kafka server. So I am having the command to start the Zookeeper server. So from here, I will open the command prompt, and I will go to the home directory of the Kafka, and I will start the Zookeeper server, which is in the bin folder. And in bin folder, there is a Windows folder, and in Windows folder, there is a bed file of the Zookeeper. So when I press enter, the Zookeeper, right? So Zookeeper server will start. Now I have to start my broker. So I have again copied the command of the broker. I will again open the terminal from the CMD, and I will paste it here. So here there is another bed file to start the Apache Kafka server, and there is some configuration file of it. After that, I am creating a topic on the Kafka server with the help of a command line which is given to the Kafka, where how I am creating it. This is the command, and I am running it to the local host port number 2181, and there is some replica factor, but I don't want to explain you right here because it's a very big topic of the replica factor. I will cover it into the next session, if or whenever it will happen, I am creating a partition number 1 here because I am using a single machine of broker, right? And I am creating a topic with the test topic name, but I think it is already created. So I am creating it as a testing. So now the topic has been created. So now I have to create a producer. So the process is similar to create the producer and create the consumers, where again I am working as a local host 9092 where my Kafka is running. And what I am doing here is I am deciding a topic that in onto this topic I will send the message, means the application producer application will send the message. Okay, so now this producer has created, and now this is the last step to create the consumer. So for the consumer, I have to decide from which stream they want to get the message, right? So I have again deciding here that I want to get the message from the testing stream, right? Yes. So now the consumer application has again started, and these are my producer application and consumer application. Let me manage it again here. So now if a producer is produce a message like producer produce in Nikhil, so Nikhil will send to the Nikhil should send to the consumer, I guess. Yes, Nikhil. And if I am generating here the other name, then consumer will receive the message in the real time. So that is how the Kafka is working. Are you guys with me? I think till now.
Can you give an example with multiple line statement? You have shown that it will send line by line for a text file. Can you show the example for a text?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. So it is like getting the message line by line, where I have put at the last line Kumar sir, then it get the message of no, sorry, it get all the line, all the information, all the message line by line as it is shown here.
Yeah, Nikhil. So because of the limitation of terminal, so if you enters any text in the new line, so basically it's a new line. If you want to send all the text in a single line, so you have to add backward slash at the end of
Yes,
each line.
yes, I guess. So thank you, sir. So this is the thing all about. But it is just a demonstration to give you the demo that how the producer produced message and how the consumer consumed the message, right? It is for the demo. But if you want to use the Apache Kafka, then there is some APIs, some producer APIs, some consumers API, and some stream APIs are there. So I have opened that, and that is right here. So you can use that, you can code that, and you can use Kafka. So I hope that these session I have completed here actually, and I hope it will become very useful for all of us. And thank you for joining this session. And if you are having anything or feedback, then let me know.
Yeah, sure.
Nikhil, I have a question.
Yes.
Zookeeper server is necessary for the Kafka server, and what is the main role of Zookeeper server here?
Yes, the Zookeeper server actually provides some coordination services for the distributed system, specially. Right? It has invented by the Hadoop. So default, the Kafka server is using Zookeeper to use that services. That is why this is necessary to use the Zookeepers here. It comes by default. Without the Zookeeper, we cannot we cannot go with the Apache Kafka.
Okay. And is it possible that there is one producer and multiple consumer for this?
Yes, there could be happens. As per our requirements, we can create, or we can have one producer and multiple consumers. Because I have also given an example that if you are having a multiple producer which is sending the messages to a single topic, which is not means, what can I say, which is not, or is that topic has not capacity to, or the broker has not capacity to use that. That is why we can create, or it can be happen.
No, one producer and multiple consumer.
Yes, Pallavi, actually it can have, because as per our requirement, we can create. Means if you are having the huge amount of data and you want to process it quickly, then it would have.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So anyone else, or we should close it here?
Hello, Nikhil sir. I
Yes.
do have a question. So
Yes.
Kafka we are using for only for real-time data, real-time transmission of data, if I say.
Yes.
For example, we are using Zoom. In that also we are using some kind of Kafka kind of server, because
Yes.
so many consumers and so many producers on the same platform.
Yes.
Yes.
So KK, the best example would be like, I'm the host for this meeting, right? And
Yeah.
what I'm doing here, I'm actually recording the meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so what is happening? This streaming is going into the server, right? And
Yes,
it
sir.
is actually once the whole video builds, like when I finish this meeting and right, so I will get a message that okay, once the video is ready, you will be notified, right?
Okay.
So because I am the subscriber, right? Correct.
Okay.
I'm the consumer. So what will happen once the video finishes? Then what will happen? I will get a notification. Getting
Okay.
my point? So this
Yes.
is one of the example for in the real time thing.
Okay. Automating the things.
Yes.
Yes,
If I'm
exactly.
not wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I have one question. Due to some reason, this is server based, right? On a server, both the your Kafka and that will be running. So due to any unseen circumstances, they stop running. One of them stop running. Okay. So any message that is broadcasted at that duration, what will happen? Will it be delivered to the consumer or not?
Yes. Actually, the Apache Kafka is highly configurable software. So here is the facility which is given by the Kafka, that I am using a like cluster, and I am using like 3 brokers here. If one of my broker is stop working, or the failure happened, so what will I do? I have to decide in the earlier that I have to create 3 copies of my data, right? So each copy will store onto the broker. If the first file will go, then it's good. Otherwise, if failure happened, so the rest of the brokers is having the 2 copies will proceed here. So I have shown you here one thing, that the replica factor. I have decided it here. The replica factor is 1. Means that on this topic, on this tasting topic, whatever the message is coming will not copied, will not store the copy. But if I have decided here that the replica factor will be 3, then each of the message will be copied for the backup. If one of the server will fail to produce, then rest of the copies will be used.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope I am clear.
Yes, yes, you're clear.
Yes.
Thank you.
So sorry, I would like to put more insight into it. That's not a technical aspect. That is something like you should understand. The thing is like, you know, when we say Kafka, it is
ये
an,
रीजन मत दिया करो बाद में बार बार
hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I say, you know, Kafka, right, it is an open source system. It doesn't mean that it's free and we can use it freely. Computing platform or on-premise platform. So what will happen? You'll have to bear that cost, right? So if you decide, you know, there should be multiple brokers, you'll have, you know, like Nikhil was showing it, like replication factor. So based on that, you know, your machines will be created, your replicas would be created, and you know that would be, you know, a burden on you. So it is like you'll have to make a, you know, sensible decision whether you have to go with this or not, right? You'll have to estimate how much does it cost when you deploy it on AWS or Azure and anywhere, right? So that's the point I wanted to actually point out here.
Yes. So we were supposed to use this Kafka, but due to this limitation, due to this costing, we have make it hold.